We've got the seat, leg and rein as your three aids on the horse. Your rein acts as a restraining aid only. Your leg is a forward driving aid when you use two of them at one time. And it's a yielding aid when you want to push her around your leg or move her sideways. So you need to send her forward here with two legs. Well done, lovely. And then the final aid you've got is your seat, which is both a forward driving aid when you use it to push, and it's a restraining aid when you use it to half halt. Move forward again. So what do you know about your half halt or the half halt? Beautiful. Yep. And how do you do it?
I don't really use the half halt.
Mm-hmm.
I just try to keep my reins even. So if I feel that it's heavy on one side, I'll sort of even it up.
Okay, so I'll teach you today how to ride a half halt. So yeah, you're right that it's a rebalancing tool, but there's a certain series of events and ways of riding it that affect the half halt. So to bring your horse back, you give a check with the outside rein, and concurrently you pause in the motion of the horse's movement, and it's literally half a second or a second. And what that does is that rebalances the horse over the hind legs, because collection is ultimately a lowering of the hips and coming up in the wither. That is what picks the neck up. It's not that the neck just comes up, because that would happen with a horse back. So to rebalance the horse and apply a half halt, you can do that in the rising trot. It is a little bit trickier, but I'll teach you how. So when you rise, I want you to just hover a little bit longer than you would otherwise. Yep, good. And at the same time, you give a little check of the outside rein. There, that's a half halt. Now allow her forward again. So you open up on her like a flower opening up. Yeah, great. Well done. Super. And across the diagonal, I want you to show me 3 half halts over the on the diagonal line. So coming back. So hover a little with a little check. Good. And open and go. Well done. And again, bring it back and go. Well done. Go forward a bit more, and now back again. Little half halt and soften.
Well, I was using the wrong rein.
You're what? Using
the wrong rein.
Yeah. So you've got to have the
So
outside rein. Yeah. So we half halt with that outside rein. The inside rein stays fairly soft and elastic, and you're thinking about bringing her back over the hind legs by pausing in that moment. It's very important. That's okay, inside leg there, to just kick her over a little. It's very important that you release the half halt. So in terms of how it's applied, I've shown you what you need to do with your body. But the other part of the half halt is you've got to remember that it has a whoa component, which I've just told you about, where you pause, but it's also got a go component of it. You have to activate your horse into a half halt and out of the half halt. So you want to activate the horse into it by putting the hind legs under the horse's body. Your half halt applies to sit them back over the hind leg, and then you've got to activate them out. So I described it to you just before as open up on her like a flower to send her forward. I think about that. I don't know why I say it like a flower, but I like to think about the petals opening, like your hips open, your legs open. You allow the horse to come forward. So you've got to remember the activating part. You activate, half halt, activate and release. That's your half halt. And you talked to me before when I said, what would you hope to get about it? One of the things I think you mentioned was balance. And the half halt is your tool to balance, okay? It's your everything. Every time you turn onto a centre line, you make a turn onto a circle, you make a transition to walk, to trot, to canter, whatever it is, you need to have preceded that with a half halt. So I would hope and expect, inside leg again, I would hope and expect that you say you're on your horse for 40 minutes, I would hope that you've done at least 100 half halts in that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's absolutely imperative that you rebalance the horse half halt and prepare for everything that you do. She's a very sweet little mare, by the way. I really like her.
Yeah, that's nice. Why do you say that?
Oh, she's just very kind. You know, in the rain today, she's very sweet. She's listening. Her ears are telling us she's listening and onto it. Here you feel that she drops away from you there in that part of the arena and she's falling in. You're sitting a little bit to the right. So I want you to put weight down in your left stirrup, and I want you to keep your left shoulder back a little bit more. So you can either do that by pushing your right shoulder forward, or bringing your left shoulder back to her tail. That's already better. And that's going to help you also get your inside leg in the correct spot, that when she goes to drop in on you again, you're very quick then. You need to be very quick with your left leg to send her back to the wall. So let's see. Keep your left shoulder back. Good job. Looking between her ears. Tap with your left leg now. Tap with it, not squeeze. Well done. Excellent. And just remember there, the next thing I want to talk about now, tap again with your left leg. A very important, good job, pat with your inside rein, pat her. Good job. So an important part of your aids, your leg aid, is how you apply it. Well, any aid is how you apply it. But with your leg aid, you've got to be careful that you apply it